Across the country, January is known as Human Trafficking Prevention Month. It's a time dedicated to raise awareness and to educate everyone about how to identify and prevent this crime. And today, from the Rape and Abuse Crisis Center, we have Maddie, a community advocate and certified domestic violence and sexual assault advocate, and Beth, also a community advocate and licensed social worker. Thank you for joining us here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And so, very important topic, human trafficking.
Yes.
We see it portrayed on TV shows, Law and Order, SVU, the likes, maybe a 2020 special. But a lot of people still have a lot of misconceptions, I think, about human trafficking in 2022 and how it maybe doesn't look the way it always did. So can one of you just talk about the importance of raising awareness on this issue no matter where you live?
Well, and that's one thing that I think is talked about a lot where we are, because unfortunately the media can kind of glamorize what human trafficking looks like. It's not necessarily what it looks like in Law & Order SVU or Criminal Minds or Taken. Even TikTok can kind of like make people get really anxious, but it's not always what it looks like. What we see is people that are homeless getting taken advantage of, people being trafficked by their partners in their relationships or by their family members. So it's something that happens in our community that we see every day. It's not something that happens across the world. It's something that happens every day right where we live.
Which is, when people hear that, honestly kind of scary. You know, you think, that's here, that's happening in my town.
Right.
But can you just explain, what does it look like?
Right, so human trafficking is fairly simple. You need three parties for it to happen. You need someone exploiting, or the trafficker. You need someone being exploited, or the victim or survivor. And then you need a transfer of goods or money, a place to stay, drugs, you know, various things like that. So it doesn't take much for something to become trafficking.
Which, yeah, once you say how easy it can be for some people to fall into that trap, I should say. And so how can someone go about maybe recognizing this and seeing it, you know, if it is taking place, or what should people watch out for out and about in the community?
Yeah, it can look like various things. And again, it's not all that we see on TikTok. It'll be, you know, maybe you see a friend that doesn't have a lot of money but showing up with designer bags and having their nails and hair done all of a sudden. Maybe they're showing up with bruises and they can't really explain why. They have all this unexplained money they can't account for, but also don't feel safe telling you where they got it from, things of that nature.
Yeah, so a lot of things that people can watch out for. I mean, and this is a form of abuse that these people are going through. And so what is something that people can take backtrack that there, get my question right here. How can people go about working to end this, recognizing it, and making it a conversation to be had where hopefully the issue can be lessened in the world?
I think the biggest part is being open to the conversation, right? And being willing to listen, because I think survivors often think they're not going to be believed, and so they're not going to reach out because of that. And losing the shock value, right? It's happening everywhere. It's happening here in our town to people that we know. So just being there for people when they come to you with their questions, and knowing who to point them to in the community that can help.
And you guys are someone that can help, and so what are some of the services that the center offers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can offer primarily intensive case management for these survivors. We know kind of what different realms in the community we need to work with to get them to a safe place. We provide emotional support, access to counseling, basically any support that they need in the criminal justice system or the medical side of things as well.
We can also help with getting them orders for protection. We can go with them to medical appointments if they need to get a kit done, if they need to be interviewed by law enforcement. And we also offer trainings to people in the community and for children on red flags on trafficking.
Something that people definitely need to watch out for. And so if they People either want to reach out because they think they might know someone or they themselves are in this situation, or if they just want to learn more information and be better educated about the issue. Where can they go to learn more about this?
You can call our crisis line at any time. We're answering that 24/7. We're there 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, but we have someone answering that phone at all times. So if you have questions or concerns, even just to chat, you can call us at any time, and we'd be happy to do that.
And then it looks like raccfm.com is your website. Does that have resources for people to educate themselves on the topic as well?
It has means of getting in contact with us, because I think talking to someone one-on-one might be a little bit better than just reading it online. And we also have a list of resources that we offer, because I know what we just said can be going in one ear out the other, so we have it written down if people need a reminder.
Yeah, and people definitely do sometimes. All right, well, thank you too so much for being here talking about this important conversation.
Thank you.
Coming up on today's show, we're going to have more about how to get children to come out of their shells. Our Sanford Health pediatrician is in right after this.